for coming out tonight to support our students. The last concert of the year, it feels a little bit weird that it's already here. I feel like we're kind of just hitting our stride a little bit, and there's also so many things left to do before we stop this year. It's kind of scary. But we're really excited to present this program tonight. We have a lot of great repertoire, a very diverse selection of repertoire all across the board within each ensemble and with everybody. I'm going to say a few things now, and then most to all of the talking for the remainder of the performance is going to be giving out end-of-year awards to students. We'll give descriptions of the awards and possibly say a little bit about the students before they come up and accept the award. If you scan the QR code for the program, you'll notice that it is quite robust. It's 40 pages long. 29 of said 40 pages are the seniors. Each senior gets a page. There's a photo of them. There's what ensembles they've been in, the instruments they've played, their future plans, something fun that they remember in their time in the program. There's some good stuff in there. There's some of the trips. There's silly little things elsewhere. So it's a good read. So if you didn't scan it, I recommend a break at some point in the program to get back there and scan that QR code. We also did tonight have just a basic printed version of a program. If you are not one for QR codes and you just want to see the repertoire and students' names, there are those back there for you as well. When I looked last, there were maybe 15 or so left on each side back there next to the sound booth. Before we get going here though, a few items that are going on. You received an email, if you're a parent of a student, hopefully, that there are marching band signups happening right now. Those have been live for a while. That concludes next week on Friday with our kickoff rehearsal after school, 3 to 6 p.m. And then the parent meeting following, starting at approximately 6:30, or as soon as we can get everybody inside finishing that rehearsal. We'll officially reveal the show at that point if we haven't already. We may reveal it early. Who knows? We'll see. So there's still plenty of time to get signed up. We've got a short list of veteran members that could return that have yet to sign up. If all of those people would sign up, we have 100 members in the marching band right now. And that's not including any more junior high students that do sign up. So we're in good shape. We just need to get across the finish line with that. Again, that kickoff rehearsal is next week on Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. after school, just like a normal marching band rehearsal would be. Parent meeting following with all the information you could ever hope and want to know about what's going on. Also with marching bands, we have signups live for our November 2025 Disneyland trip. You heard that correct, Disneyland. That is in Anaheim, California. It means we're flying. So we've had about 50 registrants last time I checked for that. In experiencing students, that's awesome. We would love to see that grow a little bit more, closer to the 100 mark. That is open to all current 7th through 10th grade students, because they will be the ones in marching band at that point. They have until September of the coming school year to sign up. That's when payments will start. We can likely get you added after that, but it just means that your payment schedule is crunched down and you have to pay more money faster. So the sooner you sign up for that trip and get settled in, payments will start. It'll be on the payment schedule. It's pretty much every other month, just over $200. So it's somewhat palatable, somewhat, as much as it can be. All right, getting to the program. We've had an awesome year. The students have been incredible, and again, I feel like we've been just ramping it up through today. Today's rehearsals in class are really incredible. They've been awesome. We look forward to seeing as many of them as possible back next year in the program. We're graduating a very large senior class this year, larger than I think we've ever had in my 7 years or so here. And that's incredible. That speaks volumes to these guys, their dedication and commitment to doing this craft and learning skills and being together and struggling together. So without further ado, on to the program. traditional English folk song, but made famous by George Percy Aldrich Granger. Always fun to play Granger music. You can't go wrong. And they did amazing with that. It's technically a grade 1, but we decided to play it much closer to the original pace of the music, and they've handled it quite well. All right, our first award this evening is the Freshman of the Year Award. We give, even through the senior class, an award to a student that we feel kind of embodies all of the qualities of the program. They may or may not be somebody involved in a lot of things, and what they are involved in, they produce at a high level. They are, prompt. They're helping people. They're kind. They're fun. They're creating a good environment for their peers to have fun and be successful. And this student is exactly that. They may be a little bit quiet at times, but it should not be mistaken for shy by any means. They have done a lot of ensembles this year and at a high level. So this year's recipient of Freshman of the Year is Ethan Kuhn. This evening, which is a special one. If you're looking at your program, it may, I hope it's in the printed version and the PDF version, but it's not on mine right now. Hopefully mine's the older one that I printed. We have a soloist with us this evening, a guest soloist. It is Brady Wolfenbarger. He is an alumni of the program. He has continued on with us, serving with us in the marching bands and doing many, many other things. Brady is currently going to be entering his senior year. Right? Yeah, he's off stage, I can see. At Wright State University, he is studying music education, but he is also pursuing a certificate in jazz studies. And that is part of the reason why we wanted to do this piece tonight, is to feature someone that is close to the program, has been a great friend of the program for a very long time as a student and since. But also just to expose this group to jazz. We have a great jazz ensemble here, but not everybody gets to do that. So we wanted to try to expose more of our students to jazz. The symphonic band has gotten some of that before with a piece called Jazz Pizzicato. The wind ensemble gets pieces that have some jazz and Latin influences at times, and some of which you'll hear a little bit tonight. But without further ado, we'd like to welcome out Brady Wolfenbarger. All right. I almost forgot I had to get this one too. We're alternating. I forgot the plan. Before we bring on Mrs. Crockett to finish the freshman portion of the program, our next award is the National School Color Guard Award. This award honors outstanding contributions of members in the color guard side of our program for their musical contributions, their dedication as student leaders, and as equal members in everything we do. Without our color guard, the marching band would be quite a bit more boring. They are eye-catching and bring to life what the musicians are doing, so without them, we're nothing. This student is a very high contributor. I feel like sometimes they don't get recognized as much as they probably should, so I'm very excited to recognize them tonight. I often see them before and after things, whether it's hanging out, talking with people, having a good time, putting in some extra work, cleaning up some things, just getting everything done, and thanklessly so, except now. So, without further ado, the 2024 National School Color Guard Award recipient is Guy Irvin. He's not here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, we love Guy all the same. We appreciate Guy, so we'll get that to her. Thank you.
Wait for it to turn on. There you go. Good evening. As Mr. Surgeon said, my name is Michelle Crockett, and we are going to finish our freshman band performance this evening with selections from Les Mis, the musical. we're going to continue on with giving out our awards. Next up is the Sophomore Award. The student that is receiving the Sophomore Award this year can be described as a hard worker, has a very kind personality, very calming to be around. Yet he has really started to come out of his shell this year, which has really been a lot of fun. The Sophomore Award for 2024 goes to Zach Marsh. I've got two more awards that I'm going to give out in our little pause here. Next up is the Semper Fidelis Award. This is presented to a student who displays traits that the Marine Corps considers essential: endurance, knowledge, dependability, enthusiasm, and loyalty. The senior we thought of for this award embraces all of these traits, as well as a fun sense of humor and a smile that is memorable. The Semper Fidelis Award goes to Ash Bell. She just said, "What did I win?" I told her I would type up every nice thing that I said about her and send it to her. I was worried she wasn't going to be able to hear that. All right, and the final award for this moment in time is the Junior Class Award. The Junior Class Award is going to a student who we can always count on to volunteer to help with a task. Sometimes it's a task we don't even know needs to be completed. Practices and knows his part. We can count on that. And he has been a leader, really without the title leader. He's just been that leader out there. The Junior Class Award goes to Andrew Castle. All right, we are now going to bring the symphonic band to the stage. The symphonic band is going to start our portion of the program with music from the musical Wicked.
All right. Before we do our next selection, which is titled Old Churches by Michael Polgrass, which is based on Gregorian chant, it's proved to be an interesting piece for them. They've learned quite a bit from doing it. We'd like to present the next award. The next award tonight is the Director's Award. Papers out of order. The Director's Award just honors an outstanding member of the band program in every way, shape, and form that could possibly mean. The person that we're honoring tonight with this award, I get to talk to this person a lot. I love how dedicated and hard on themselves they are, sometimes to a point beyond what it should be, but I can tell it's coming from a place of great desire, dedication, commitment, and wanting to be great, and wanting the people around them to be great. So without further ado, this year's Director's Award recipient is Sebastian Lark. All right, as I said, Old Churches by Michael Polgrass. I should mention, I do want to mention, we get to use these cool things on both sides of the stage, played by Audrey and Matthew here. I had to go on a massive hunt for mixing bowls, and I had to drill a hole in them and ruin them forever for this piece. So it's really, really cool. Hopefully you can hear it cut through the ensemble like we've been working on, and hope you enjoy it. They get to do a lot of weird stuff tonight. The next piece after this is pretty funky too, so enjoy. All right, there we go. Next award is the Senior of the Year Award. Again, this is a senior that embodies all of the qualities that we're looking for in an outstanding member of our program, which we have so many. That's really the problem with tonight is, and I know we talk about in our society the whole trophy kid, but like, these guys work really hard to do all these things. Even if they feel like they're not doing it as successfully as they want, that's telling that they're on the right path. They want to be good. They're trying to put in the effort. And they see that they can do it. They're frustrated. That's a good quality in a person, especially a band student. And we would love to honor every single person with something, but we can't. Ultimately, we have to find some individuals that we feel are truly outstanding. And this person is no exception by any means. This individual is pretty much everybody's friend. I mean, I don't know how you could tell me with a straight face that this person is not possibly your best friend. This person is so outgoing, is so generous, is so gracious, is silly, is funny. It's a joy to see them every day in the room multiple times, even when they're not even supposed to be in the room, technically. Not breaking any rules on this one. Some of them do wander up when they're not supposed to, but this person does not, at least breaking rules. But this person, we've also not had the great fortune, unfortunately, to have with us the entire time. They moved here, and we've only gotten them for a short period. And we've truly enjoyed every second we've gotten with this person. So without further ado, the Senior of the Year for 2024 is Adam McMillan. Mrs. Crock and I went to Fairfield. I started my teaching career at Fairfield, like pretty much barely missing Adam. So it's kind of cool to like have this student that knows everything that I know and I can talk to, and we can like reminisce, and like seeing him walk through the halls wearing a Fairfield t-shirt. I'm glad nobody messes with him. But like, oh yeah, that's awesome. Like it's a blast from the past seeing him walk around with those every day. So congratulations. And on we move to the Great Steamboat Race.
Back in 1870, two steamboats raced on the Mississippi River, the Robert E. Lee and the Natchez. Sorry, I did there. The Great Steamboat Race by Robert W. Smith draws upon this historic event as its inspiration. From the paddle wheels churning the muddy water to the melodious calliope on the Robert E. Lee, this composition brings the sounds and intensity of the great race to the concert stage. We hope you enjoy the Great Steamboat Race. I do have to thank Mr. Surgeon for the help with the sound effects with our milk jugs that we were using to create that effect. I think it was really effective. Also, if you're looking for any photography of steamboats, my dad has taken some beautiful photos of steamboats on the Ohio River. He's sold them in different photography studios and things, so just reach out if you're interested in that. Also, Matthew, one of our seniors, actually got to go on a steamboat lunch cruise this past weekend, and he was telling me about it. So I believe it was Ethan wearing his hat from that steamboat cruise that he went on. But I did give him permission to wear that since, he just got to go on that steamboat lunch cruise. So, all right. As soon as all these guys get off the stage, I've got a couple of words here to give out. Let me get on my notes and things organized here. Okay. Whew. I worked up a sweat on that. Okay. Our next award is the Patrick S. Gilmore Award. He was a bandmaster that lived from 1829 to 1892. Gilmore played for every president of his day, which is a pretty unique thing. The Patrick S. Gilmore Award recognizes outstanding high school band students. The senior we thought of for this award has not only been recognized within our program, but amongst our district for her musical talents and abilities, but truly cares for others in a maturity that is beyond her years. I'm always impressed when she comes up and brings up concerns that she has for others. I just love that about her. The Patrick S. Gilmore Award goes to Annalise King. LBPA gives out scholarships every year. Students do need to apply for these scholarships. They are named after former band directors here at Lebanon. And I'd like to announce those scholarships. The Gerald E. Robinson Music Scholarship goes to Clara Blossom. All right, and the Lee Widerhold Music Scholarship. I should say that for both of these scholarships, when students apply for them, part of the criteria is that they're going to continue their music education in college, whether that's through just participating in an ensemble of sort or taking music classes. So just something that I wanted to mention for that. The Lee Widerhold Scholarship goes to Ash Bell. With that, we're going to bring on our wind ensemble. Okay, we're going to continue my love of musicals. These poor children, I tell you what, they have seen more movie clips of these musicals in class and me talking about it, and hey, you can go see it in this location. I just love musicals, so I love this concert that I can share my love of musicals with them. So we're going to continue the love of musicals of mine with West Side Story.
All right. Gotta get some materials ready here. This last award comes with a lot of things. I get an effigy of John Philip Sousa, a pin, a little certificate, a frame, information about the award. Spare no expense, John Philip Sousa. And it is the award. In the entire country, this is considered the award to receive. I'm partial to the Semper Fidelis Award since that's what I got in high school, but this is a good one for sure. Before we give this award and start to wrap up our program, just a few closing words. Just want to mention that there are jazz awards. Those will be given at the Jazz Dance this weekend. Since that event is fully jazz focused, we felt as a band director team that it would be appropriate to give those there. We value them, but the jazz ensemble is not here. And even though many of them, and the only person not in a concert band because he plays guitar is Jack Chance, and I saw him a little bit ago. He is here tonight. We felt that it was appropriate there to honor them in their kind of space as they're doing their thing. So anyone going to the jazz dance, which you should go on Saturday at the Countryside Y, you'll hear those recipients there. I also want to add, after this piece, we are going to honor all of the seniors by reading off their names. They will come up, receive their senior plaque. I know some of them are in the audience, some of them are up here. I'll try to maybe come down here with their plaques because Sprocket's going to read their names. And then the wind ensemble that remains on stage will play the alma mater for them before we end. So, when we give this award, we'll talk about the last piece a little bit, which is quite special to us, and then we will get you out of here in probably record time, I think, for an award ceremony night. The John Philip Sousa Award is, again, the pinnacle of achievement in the band world, especially for a high school student. Only one is given at any high school that does these around the country, so there aren't that many. It is a very special award to receive. It was introduced in 1955 to honor the top student in high school band. The John Philip Sousa Band Award recognizes superior musicianship and outstanding dedication. It was created with the approval of the John Philip Sousa estate, namely his daughters, to honor the famous composer and bandmaster. We often talk about him as the March King. There's also Carl King and Patrick S. Gilmore, who wrote When Johnny Comes Marching Home, if you know that tune. He's the composer of that. But John Philip Sousa is for sure, above all else, especially in America, he is the March King to us. This year's recipient of the John Philip Sousa Award, much like we've said about a lot of students, but probably, I think this person gives some people a run for their money, if not tops how many things they do. If you look at the program in terms of the senior pages, the 29 pages of seniors, you'll see the various instruments that they play and the ensembles they're in. There's a handful of them that pretty much have been in every ensemble, except for maybe one, like maybe they're on the color guard side and they didn't do their drum line at any point, or vice versa. So it's really impressive to see what some of these students are doing and capable of. But this person shows immense dedication to the program. They are very selfless and constantly asking for how they can help. And not in particular, it's not always given to someone continuing in music, but this person is. And we look forward to seeing what they do as they continue. The 2024 John Philip Sousa Band Award goes to Clara Watson. Technically not the last thing, but the last, piece of repertoire on the concert. Until the Stars is a piece by John Mackey. For those of you that don't know, or need reminding, John Mackey is actually technically a local composer. He was born and raised in Columbus, Ohio. He currently lives in San Francisco, California, though. A very nice house with a really nice piano that took a lot of work to get, apparently based on his social media accounts when he moved in. But this piece is quite special for a number of reasons. Firstly, it is based on the first movement of his symphony for band titled Wine Dark Sea. That movement is titled Huberts, and you may remember us talking about Wine Dark Sea earlier in the year because Mrs. Crockett conducted the adaptation of the second movement. There is no adaptation of the third, unfortunately, at least maybe not yet. Maybe enough people can poke and prod him to do that one. But the other reason that this is very special is we actually helped commission it. Our name is in the program, in the score forever. Lebanon High School, Lebanon, Ohio. So we were a part of the consortium of band programs, and looking at the list that's there, it's not a shabby list. To name a couple, we've got Miamisburg High School, Steve Aylward, director. Purdue University. We've got Foxborough High School in Foxborough, Massachusetts to get some diversity. University of Wisconsin-La Crosse. Hilliard Bradley High School in Columbus. Minnesota Junior Winds. Muskingum University. So many names from all across the country and immensely respectable band programs were a part of this commission. LVPA helped us with that, so thank you to LVPA for that lasting legacy, for us being able to be a part of it. Now, the last reason that this has been kind of just sitting by my desk since we got the PDFs from John Mackey in an email in 2019 when it was completed, is we had been working on it for our premiere. Every ensemble, when you commission a piece, if you're not the only ensemble, every ensemble gets a premiere. The premiere goes to the ensemble that started the consortium and reached out to the composer. So we were supposed did perform it at the Mason Concert Festival. However, a couple days later, there was that little thing that happened for the last several years that we might all recall a little bit of, that prevented us from performing for a home audience like yourselves. So for the first time, for all of you, and potentially anybody, because I don't remember how many people really got to come to that Mason Concert Festival performance, we are really proud to present our in-house world premiere for ourselves of Until the Stars by John Madden.
Before we move on and recognize all of our seniors, we would first like to thank our administration, LBPA Executive Committee, who works so hard for our band program, all of the volunteers that come out and assist with LBPA events, family and friends for all of your support. Your students are pretty great to work with. Each have something unique that they share with our band program that makes it the great band program that it is. Parents of seniors, 6 years ago, you were attending the first year band concerts. Think back to the sounds you heard that year and how much they've improved over the years. All right, what we're going to do is announce a senior, and they're going to come over and receive a plaque from Mr. Surgeon, and then we're having them stand down here. Once we're finished with naming all of our seniors, then we will sing through our Lebanon High School alma mater. All right, our first senior, we're going in alphabetical order, Ash Bell. Tanner Boyd. Isabella Chiado. Aiden Collins. Braden Cotterill. Andrew Cummings. Jordan Fearing. Alex Fisher. Madison Flynn. Juliana Gonzalez. Jacob Greer. Sawyer Grinnell. Mary House. Ethan Hamill. Bryson Kuhn. Stephen Kramer. Annalise Kuhn. Lily Lutz. Adam McMillan. Ethan Maroon. Ferris Orpeg. Melanie Pottis. Sam Ridings. Caitlin Roman. Matthew Sprouse. Sean Underwood. Mackenzie Wagaman. Claire Wassam. And Alex Worst. This is a good photo all the time while we're waiting for Mr. Surgeon to, once Alex gets into place here. There we go. Forward, Mr. Surgeon.
As Ethan just asked, what now? I think it's go home. Thank you for coming. Thanks for activity. We do need your students' help up here to put chairs and stands away. Even the seniors, we need them. They're not graduated yet. I'm going to put in grades.